Oh my goodness, I forgot to take this down. It's my sweater. Hey, what is up, everyone? Hi, welcome to Nerdy News. Yes. I don't know if I'm going to still continue to have Nerdy News on Thursdays. I kind of started it on Mondays. Like, that's when I wanted to have Nerdy News. But I don't know. I just sort of switched it to whatever day I'm available, honestly. And today was the day that I was available. It's a Thursday. I didn't really have anything to do on Thursday. So am I going to keep it on Thursday? Possibly. I'll possibly keep this time slot because possibly. I don't know. But 2:00 for sure seems to be the appropriate time for the Nerdy News stream. I just don't know what day yet. I don't have the chat pulled up. Hold on. Let me get it. There it is. There you are. All right. There you go. Let me move it over here. And yeah, we'll get going. Dude, I had so much to talk about today. Like I have a bunch of things open that we're going to talk about. And then like as I was preparing for this stream, getting done, making sure I look appropriate and camera ready. I don't even know. Sometimes I just wish that I could just go live with like no makeup on, kind of like how I do, because I'm there like every morning for daily. I think I'm the only one. Yeah, I'm the only one on daily who doesn't really get a day off. I'm there every single day in the background, of course, in the backstage. I'm there every day, taking notes and stuff, and I love it. I love being there every morning, and listening to the conversations, watching the chat, hanging out with you guys. I'm mostly looking at the chat well, actually, no, I'm looking at both chats. I'm looking at the chat on YouTube and Rumble because I watch the Rumble chat a lot. What's that noise? Oh, it's coming from over there. Okay. Never mind. I thought I had something. I thought I had something on the tab. But yeah, so I like listening to the conversation. It's very awesome. I'm awake really early in the morning, so I listen to a bunch of early morning streams, and then after daily I go and listen to side scrollers. I like listening to just people's conversations and see what everyone's talking about. But I wanted to talk about a bunch of stuff. Like I have a ton of tabs open because there are so many things to talk about. And then as I was getting ready, this is where I was going. This is where my mind was going, my train of thought, and then I completely went off topic. I saw that James O'Keefe released the Disney tape, at least part one. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to update my thumbnail and the title, which is something that I did right before I went live. So yeah, that's what I did. But first, really quickly, look at this. Rest in peace. Donald Sutherland dead at 88. That sucks. Yeah. That sucks. Another good one gone. So 2024. That sucks. R.I.P. Good sir. And then really quickly too, what is going on? Okay, look. Oh my God, what is his name? I had it on the tip of my tongue, and then I can't. Cat Williams. I think it was Cat Williams. Cat Williams said 2024 is going to be the year of karma. It's gonna be the karmic year, right? And so far, so much crap has come out, right? I mean, so many people are really just getting shit's just coming out on so many people who have had just this facade, right? Just this facade, this mask. And 2024 is really exposing a lot of people, which is crazy. But a lot of Britney stans and Britney fans are celebrating and really sharing that clip of Cat Williams because Justin Timberlake was arrested for a DWI in New York. There were photos, here's his mugshot, dude. What the hell? His eyes are so glossed over. They're so glossed over. Oh my goodness. This man. And then there was another shot. Is it here? I don't even know. I don't think it's here. But there was another shot of him coming out of the police station in handcuffs. But yeah, so many Britney supporters and Britney stans and all the women who read Britney Spears' book. I actually read her book. Are celebrating his arrest for this DWI. But yeah, I thought that was interesting, and they're just, like, sharing that clip of Cat Williams. Cat wasn't wrong for sure, that's true, like, he wasn't wrong. It is the year of retribution, like, all of these people are just getting their comeuppance right now. Um, I think, like, J.Lo was just the latest because she still hasn't bounced back, dude, like, holy crap. J.Lo was just the latest. I mean, her vanity project went up in smoke, so did her Netflix movie, and then, her vanity project that aired, like, in what, January or February isn't aging well, and it's only been a few months. It's only been a couple of months, and it's not aging well. She had to, like, cancel a whole bunch of tour dates, because of everything that's going on with her and Ben Affleck. But yeah, the year of retribution, it's coming in strong. Holy shit. Cat wasn't lying. It's coming in strong. But I want to go over, and we're going to get to, like, Amandla. I don't even know how to say her fucking name. Amandla Stenberg or something. Amandla, where the fuck are you? Where is it? Oh my gosh. Amandla something. I can't say her last name. Stenberg. Leave Brittany alone. Yeah, we're gonna go over her stupid music video that she put out yesterday on Juneteenth. Did anybody celebrate Juneteenth? What'd you guys do for Juneteenth to celebrate? What'd you do for Juneteenth? You know what I just realized? I have not said hello to you guys. I haven't said hi to the chat. Who's in the chat? Who do we got here? Stephen Brown, Cappy Nova, Tazzer and Psychotic Mongoose, Tara Crystal, Stephen Brown, Philip, Evan Martin, Jero Studios. What's up? Nearsighted Cyclops. Hi. The Farce is female. Oh, hi, Steph. I didn't know you did your own streams. I do my own streams. Here is where I voice my opinions, here in Really Toxic Femininity. I actually want to do more panel streams. I want to do more panel streams. I enjoy them. I enjoy voicing my opinions on panel streams and just sort of, bouncing these ideas and the bouncing conversation. I enjoy conversation and, talking with people. I have a lot to say. I have a lot on my mind. I really just, where I lack is, putting out content and making videos. I don't really do that very well. At first, I actually wanted to start doing just voiceovers and stuff, but then I realized, well, I'm going to have to write a script, which is something I used to do. I actually used to do voiceovers and just, type out a script, but I don't know. I don't know. That takes time. That takes time, and time is unfortunately something that I don't have a lot of. So, but yeah, so I stream a lot, and this is pretty much where I do it. And on Midnight's Edge channel, Toxic Femininity, I'm on that panel. I want to do more panel streams. I really enjoy them. I really enjoy conversing with people. King of the Squibs, all hail Squib Nation. What is up? Greg the Goblin is here. Hi, Greg. How are you doing? Anna. Hi, Anna. I hope you're well today. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great Thursday. I actually thought today was Friday. I like woke up and I thought it was Friday, and I was like, wait a second. Because I have plans on Friday. I'm going to be like gone Friday. So I was just like, I woke up and I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready. And then I was like, wait, it's not Friday. I actually thought it was Friday. But Lewis is back from vacation. Hi, Lewis. He went on holiday. And did a lot of naughty things on holiday. How you doing? I hope you're well. These lesbian witches can't stop dancing and singing. No, the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. Dude, there was something on Twitter. I was hoping, I like put it in the private chat on Daily. I was hoping that they would share it, but I don't think they saw it. This right here. Oh my gosh, where's it at? Where are you? I bookmarked it because it was so. Did I bookmark? I thought I bookmarked. Maybe I liked it. Hold on, let me go to my likes. You can't see the likes anymore because they're private. Did I like it? I thought I liked it. Aha, here it is. Look at this. Look at this. Dave Hughes. This is so awesome. Oh my gosh, look. Hold on.
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile. But the thread has tied together. No one can separate. Power one, power two, the power of many. Power one, power two, the power of many. hunted, persecuted, forced into hiding. All because some would consider our power dark. We were on the brink of extinction. We were blessed with a miracle, the gift of life. Come, claim your destiny. Ascend. Power to the power of many. Power to the power of many.
Dude!
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile.
Oh my gosh. That is awesome. That is awesome. I love it. I love it. Why do you hate us? Hey, you know what? That he added that beat, okay? He added the beat and it made it a little bit more tolerable, right? It made it a little bit more tolerable. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It's actually pretty good. I feel sick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not mad at it. I kind of like it. It's fine. All right. Where is James O'Keefe? I thought I had it open. Oh, wait. Here it is. All right. All right. Let's watch this video. Okay. Oh, let me close that out. We got to watch it. We got to watch it. Dude, I have... What the fuck? Someone just dropped this under end wokeness. Look. Amandla Stenberg with her rich white daddy. Her boyfriend is also white, but she's so oppressed. Yeah. I wonder if her dad just completely like feels really hurt that she's, speaking about this. I wonder if they get into arguments like all the time. You can't. My history, the history that I'm proud of dictates that you can't speak to me that way. You're my oppressor. Can you imagine the fights that they must have had in their household? You're the oppressor. You're my oppressor. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? I can't imagine. Ugh. James O'Keefe, where's it at? Here it is. All right. We got to start with this. This is huge news. All right. This is breaking news. Put this out an hour ago. Breaking: senior vice president at the Walt Disney Company details discriminatory hiring practice. Nobody else is going to tell you this, but they're not considering any white males for the job. Says Michael Giordano, the vice president of business affairs. There's no way we're hiring a white male. He reveals that Disney uses code words and buzzwords to avoid legal action, and even mentions a candidate being rejected for not looking black enough. That's crazy. I watched a little bit of this. We're going to watch the full thing because it's how long is it? It's like 20 minutes long. That's crazy that they weren't black enough. It was a half white, half black man that they looked over. They rejected because his skin color wasn't dark enough. Can you imagine? That is insane. He also admits Disney gives bonuses to executives for practicing diversity, equity, and inclusion. Of course they do. Because DEI runs everything. It runs everything and it ruins everything. Agreeing that diversity helps with financial incentives. All right. He further claims that he's been denied promotions due to his race. Stay tuned for Disney Tapes Part 2. All right, so this is Part 1. We're going to watch it. We're going to listen to it. I've only listened to a few minutes of it, and we're also going to listen to it at 2 times, at 1.5 times speed. All right. Actually, let's do 1.25. I'm so used to listening to things in 1.5 times speed. So like if it goes really, really fast, so I listen to it at 1.5 times speed. I'm so used to it. But since I don't know if you guys are used to it, so we're going to listen to it just a little bit sped up at 1.25 speed. All right.
Certainly, there have been times where, there's no way we're hiring a white male.
Just kind of unspoken.
There are times when it's spoken, but
how would they say it?
There's no way we're hiring a white male. They say
like straight to you, or okay.
They'd be very careful how they message that to agents.
According to these videotapes, Disney blatantly discriminates against white men in particular.
Of course. They discriminate against white men, and they bash white men and blame white men. That's just the Hollywood playbook right now, right? We're going to discriminate against white men. If we feature any white men in any, productions, they're going to be the villains. Have you noticed that? They're going to be the villains in all of our Hollywood projects. And, when they speak out about it, well, they're just toxic white men.
I think I'm sort of like well prepared for it. I'm well positioned for it.
And then anybody who also like, okay, if you're on the other side of things, they're like, well, good. I'm glad you feel that way. Now you know how it feels. Okay. A lot of people say like, well, I mean, we've been discriminated against for years. Now you know how it feels. Okay. My response to that is, well, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Why are you going to try to meet racism with more racism? 2 wrongs don't make a right. Just because it happened in the past doesn't mean we need to repeat it in the future. That means we haven't learned anything. That means we really haven't learned anything. If you're just going to repeat a racist practice against just another group of people.
But as far as Disney's concerned, I'm a white male. That's not who they're looking to promote.
As a white guy, even Michael has his own doubts about the possibility for advancement for himself at Disney. In fact, Michael actually got to experience Disney's discrimination against white males firsthand.
I've been at the company for 11 years now, so I have friends in HR and I have friends in those divisions, and they're like, look, nobody else is going to tell you this, Mike, but they're not considering any white males for this.
Nobody else is going to tell you this, Mike, but they're not considering any white males for this job. They're just not. What the fuck? It's no longer, best for the job. No, thank you. Nope, it's not best for the job. It's does your skin color match, what we want to hire? That's it. Hiring based on skin color. Hiring based on skin color. Last I checked, that was illegal. But they also believe, here's something that they also believe. They also believe that, you can't discriminate against white people. That's not racist to discriminate against white people. It's just not. They truly believe that. They truly believe that it is not racist to discriminate against white people. You have to have some sort of melanin in your skin in order for it to be considered racism. What the fuck? Last I checked, it doesn't matter what your skin tone is. If you have discriminatory practices, or if you're being racist against someone else, based on their skin color, it doesn't matter what it is, black, brown, white, it doesn't fucking matter. If you are basing any opinions, any hiring against on the skin color, that's discriminatory and that's racist. You can be racist against white people. And the fact that they don't believe that that's true is just mind-boggling to me.
Sure. They're just not. That's not what they want.
They even passed over a qualified half-black person for a promotion because they didn't look black enough.
We wanted to hire somebody in the department a few years ago now, who was half black, but didn't appear half black. And there was a creative executive who was like, "We're not that's not what's going on."
What the fuck? What the actual fuck? We wanted to hire somebody who was half black and half white, but he didn't appear black. So nope, that's not what's wanted. They presented more white than they did black, so they didn't get hired. Can you imagine? No, I'm half black, right? But they're like, but you don't look black. Where's that melanin? You don't look black. Okay, you're not hired. You look more white, and that's not what we're going for. You present more white, and no. That's not what we're going for. That's insane. That is fucking insane to me. Because they don't present as black. You're not hired. Even though they are technically 50% black. But you don't present black. You don't appear black. You are not black enough for Disney. So you're not hired. That is so insane.
Like, they wanted somebody in meetings who would appear a certain way, and he wasn't going to bring that to the meeting.
They wanted someone in the meeting. They want you for visual purposes only. Honestly, that is literally the only reason that Disney wants, people of color. that they are pushing so hard with DEI. They really want to do it for appearances only. Like, that is it. You are nothing more than a little tool for Disney to use. That's it. And the fact that like these actors don't understand that is insane, right? Like, they're not hiring you because, you know, you're the best for the job. You're the best actor or actress for the job. No, they're hiring you because they want to use you, like a little chess piece on a chessboard. All right? Like a little chess piece on a chessboard. They just want to use you for appearances. That is it. That is all that matters to them. As long as we appear like we are, you know, like we have the right opinions, okay? Like that we're representing this group. Then that's all. That's all. You know, regardless of if the show does well, regardless of, you know, if the whatever meeting that this is goes well. It's for appearance purposes only. Okay? You must present black. That's crazy.
I mean, it kind of feels like we're, you know, at some point there's going to be a lawsuit.
Yeah, at some point there needs to be a lawsuit, honestly. There needs to be a lawsuit.
It's kind of how it feels, just because of, you know.
And that is a lawyer talking. So how does Disney explain pushing these discriminatory practices? They use code words and buzzwords.
I'm guessing that there is a acceptable code words and buzzwords that are used to explain what they're looking for. They might say something like, you know, look, we're not looking at like the usual suspects for this.
The usual suspects. We're not looking for the usual suspects. We're not looking for the white people. Those are the usual suspects.
Stuff, you know, so it's like not like a legally actionable thing. So everybody knows what it means. They, you know, for writers and actors, you hear all the time, like, you know, looking to hire writers and actors who bring diversity. I'm not looking to bring on any more clients who are.
Yeah, that is 100% true. I mean, there's been articles. That's pretty much whenever, you know, there's a new Disney show, they're very proud of the diversity. That is 100% what is written in articles. Where's it at? We're hiring actors and writers who bring diversity. Like they are very proud of that. So this is 100% true.
Writers and actors who bring diversity. I'm not looking to bring on any more clients who are.
Welcome to the Disney Tapes. My name is James O'Keefe, standing here in Burbank, California, outside Disney corporate headquarters. This is our first part in a series about blatant discrimination and woke policies at the Walt Disney Company. To say that the Disney Company has had a tumultuous 5 years, well, that would be an understatement. Major box office flops, a losing battle with the state of Florida, and a stock that is one of the worst performers on Wall Street. And as you'll probably conclude from this report, as well as recent shareholder rumblings, almost all of Disney's recent failings are as a result of Bob Iger and the cast of characters here at Disney that are trying to force woke DEI policies into every aspect of Disney's vast media empire.
I think somebody once said, everything woke turns to shit. I think a wise person once said that. And like Disney is a perfect example of that.
What used to be a highly profitable company by being the gold standard of family entertainment has taken a sharp downturn in the wake of all of its wokeness. Under CEO Bob Iger's leadership, Disney's downfall likely started with the insane hiring practices amongst its executives and creative teams. One of their top senior vice presidents claims that they not only discriminate against white men when recruiting and hiring middle management, they actually give bonuses for hiring and retaining employees that are specifically not white.
Wait a second. So if you hire more non-white people and you're able to keep them at the company, you get bonuses. Sure. So you're being paid to bring in black and brown people. That sounds familiar. You're being paid to bring in black and brown people. What does that sound like? What does that sound like?
According to these videotapes, Disney blatantly discriminates against whites, white men in particular. Not a week goes by without a news headline about potential medical supply shortages, threats to our infrastructure, or power grid.
This is an ad. Hold on.
No way will I ever let that happen again. Being prepared, including this, is a great opportunity. Medications G/OMG. That's twc.health/OMG. And save $45 per kit today when you use code OMG.
You know, we have a diversity, equity, and inclusion
Yeah.
department who's very
Okay.
involved in like setting standards to make sure that our shows have diversity.
Do you think like Bob has a say in the diversity stuff when they're casting people? Like
100%.
to what,
He gets the director. I mean,
for each show? For each
not that specifically, but like, you know, hey, I want every show to have substantial.
I agree. Even
But they're focusing on storytelling, everyone. Isn't that what Bob Iger said? Our focus is on storytelling. That's it. Just storytelling above all. Doesn't sound like it.
as a chief diversity officer. Now, up until recently, that was Latondra Newton, who played a big part in dragging Disney full bore into its losing culture war by promoting discriminatory hiring practices and introducing gay, lesbian, transgender, non-binary, and other characters into Disney's children's animated series and films.
Is it like an all across thing, like all of HR? There's like that one specific person that kind of like, because like I forgot the lady's name. She's the head of the.
Oh, I know you're talking about the head of the diversity, yeah.
The African American lady. Yeah. So is that like kind of her deciding?
She oversees a lot of that for sure. But it's pretty broad, I would say. There are other people in HR who are also focused on it. I would say a relatively large percentage of our top writer creators happen to be women. And a lot of
just by happenstance.
I mean, like, just like if you say whatever, I don't know, whatever 10 or 15% of the population is.
Oh, dude, I wonder. You can't tell that at all by the writing over at Disney.
Then I would guess that 30 to 35% of our top writers.
30 to 35% of our top writers happen to be, gay. 30 to 35% of our top writers. And you wonder why there's, a lot of like rainbow colored writing in all of these Disney projects. Has a little rainbow flavor in there. There's no agenda. Actually, no, there is. There's a not so secret gay agenda. And 30 to 35% of their top writers happen to be gay.
Writers. Gay. And so I think a lot of them lean into trans stories more than the average straight writer would.
I think a lot of them lean into trans stories more than the average straight writer would. Yeah, because the average straight writer doesn't really care about that. Honestly, like an average writer, okay, like a writer who doesn't have an agenda, doesn't care about those things, is just focusing on writing something good, focusing on writing great stories, all right, that transcend the test of time. Like the trans stories, like are they're very much like modern writing right now, right? Because it's just like what is the topic of conversation, the movement that they're trying to push. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting that like they want to put trans stories into child's storytelling.
And in an odd twist,
one would say it's grooming, but
you have to be a white Jewish guy to be considered for a C-suite job. More on that next week. But now let's meet Los Angeles-based Michael Giordano, a white male and Walt Disney's Senior Vice President of Business Affairs.
I do like business affairs, so like negotiations for television.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. That's really cool.
Not really like on the creative side. So a lot of it is, like knowing like the guild agreements and the union agreements and everything. Like make offers for the writers and the actors who are going to be out working on the show, and the producers and the directors, and try to like, get to a place where we can be able to deal with them, help the production to budget. And so much of my job is just the negotiate room. And then other people are doing kind of the drafting of the contracts. So,
oh wow! So yeah, what's the negotiating like?
I'm like sitting down trying to figure out, okay, what are we gonna pay this actor for this role? What do we think they want?
Oh wow!
Strategize that. Everything from how you produce a show, how you distribute a show, how you exhibit a show, how you market a show, things like that. All of the negotiations and
yeah.
One, well, actually two of our brave undercover journalist and American swiper investigative reporters met Michael on the dating app Hinge. And aside from this story, which focused on Disney's overt discrimination against white men.
Oh no. So is this supposed to be like a date or something since they met on Hinge? He doesn't. Okay. This This guy's not going to be around long. It's funny that you say that. I think under here, it says just in. Senior VP removes his LinkedIn page after being caught by O'Keefe Media Group discussing how Disney practices discriminatory hiring processes. It's not there. He removed it. Bye-bye.
There have been times.
Uh-oh. It started all over. Okay. They met on Hinge.
Investigative reporters met Michael on the dating app Hinge. And aside from this story, which focused on Disney's overt discrimination against white men, you'll see later on in this report, and it'll be quite entertaining, Michael turns out to be quite the ladies' man.
How long have you been on like dating apps?
Not very long.
Have you been going out?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Anything like worth?
You know what's funny? No.
Let's dig right into Disney's blatant practices of discrimination. If you're wondering how Disney as a company looks at race, gender, and discrimination in the hiring process, about how they recruit and hire talent, look no further.
I think there are times when it's like so front and center. It's like great because that's the focus, you know. Like we have so many shows where we're casting and we're like, yeah, we're not even going to see, you know, certain people for it because we need that particular role to.
Yeah.
To,
So is it?
A good example of that is The Acolyte, right? Because Leslie Headland wrote that show for Amandla Stenberg. Like, that's a good example of that. We're not going to see anybody because this show is written for her. It's written for this Black woman. That's a good example of that, right? That's a good example of that. They're not going to hire anybody. We're not looking for the usual suspects. Isn't that what they're called? Isn't that what they're called? We're not looking for the usual suspects. All right? We're not looking for the usual suspects. They're only looking for diverse casting. What the fuck? Hinge, the Nobel Prize winning algorithm. Does it? I don't know. No clue. Don't know. Wouldn't know.
Is it intentional that they want, like, they only look for diverse candidates for certain roles?
Yeah. I think there's certainly a belief that it's just good for society, and
that's 100% right. That's 100% what they believe. They believe that it's good for society, that they have the correct opinions, and they need to show society how things are supposed to be, right? You have the wrong opinion, and so we're going to show you, or we're going to, tell you the right opinion, and this is the right opinion. That is 100% what they think. They think that they are in the right, and that it's good for you to learn these lessons. Like you need to be taught the right opinion, and we're going to teach it to you. That's 100%. They really do think that they are the right side of history.
They know. But there's also a belief that, like, we're going to make more money if we appeal to a wider variety of people.
That is something that they do believe. They do believe that, like, all of the interactions that they have on, like, Twitter, right, and on Instagram and all of these social media platforms, they think that will generate actual, like, dollars, like actual money on, like, Disney Plus or at the box office. And we've seen that it doesn't. Okay, it just doesn't. Everything flops, and they blame the toxic white man. They blame the usual suspects for things flopping, when in all actuality, and they blame, like, racists and misogynists and all of that as well. When in actuality, like, that's not appealing to a wider variety of people. It's not appealing to the everyday person, because these are personal stories, honestly, told from a certain point of view of someone who has had, like, a struggle in their lives. Like, The Acolyte is the perfect example of that too, because it's a story of Leslie. It's Leslie Headland's story. It is her story. It's not a Star Wars story, right? It is her story masquerading and dressing up as a Star Wars project, but it's really, like, Leslie Headland's story. Okay. That's why it doesn't feel like Star Wars, because it's not. It's just someone else's story, someone else's personal story dressed up in as a Star Wars character. Like, that's it. And they think that that's going to appeal to a wider variety of people, because they think that the wider variety of people share that same opinion, when in actuality we don't. Like, it doesn't appeal to a wide variety of people. even though they think it does, because like, oh, but we have so many likes. This tweet went viral. This went viral. This one. Yeah, but shit's going viral for like all the wrong reasons though, right? Like just because something goes viral doesn't generate actual money. You know what I mean? So like they really do think that they are in the right when they're not. They are not in the right. Shit doesn't appeal to a wide variety of people. But they think that like we just have to hold it, right? It might not appeal now, but once we keep putting out these stories, we're going to continue to put out these stories, story after story after story, movie after movie after movie that has like the opinion that we want to preach to people. In the end, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it in the long run, right? It'll be successful monetarily in the long run. We just have to keep at it. These are failing because society is pushing back on us. But once they accept that this is just the way that things are, this is just the norm now. Once they get into the acceptance of that, then we'll begin to see a financial gain from it. But it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen because normal people don't think the way that like Hollywood does. The people that are writing these projects think. Normal people don't think that way. They live in their little bubble. And they all talk in their little bubble. They all think that they are correct because they live in a little bubble. They honestly block anybody who tries to have any type of discourse with them. And all they want to continue to do is preach and preach and preach and bash you over the head until you just kneel down and accept it. And I think that right now society is in a place where it's just like, no, we're going to fight against it. This is not what we want. These aren't values, because all of these opinions don't there's no values, there's no core values and morality at like the heart of all of these opinions that they're spewing in all of these stories. There's no value, there's no good morality in there. Everything is so skewed. And so, as a society, we're just like, no, like we have principles, we have morals, and all of that is actually kind of evil, and we don't want that. So I'm glad that as a society people are starting to now, look at that, realize it's wrong, realize it's bad, realize it's evil, and they're starting to push back at it. But yeah, they really do think that they are appealing to a wide variety of people when in actuality they are not.
And it's a good thing. We have shareholders too, and so diversity helps with that.
Diversity helps with financial incentive.
Yeah.
Look at his eyes when he's saying that. It's like he doesn't believe what he's saying. Oh yeah, sure, yeah, they do, yeah. What's up, Danky? Hello, how you doing? Steph is my favorite toxic white man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. High praise. Diversity is our strength. Yeah.
So is it like, do you think it's more so on that side, or using like any good prices gets put to use, or
regardless? I think the Disney regardless, but I think that there are like even conservative people who may not want to lean into it can easily make the argument that like we make more money when we appeal to a wider variety of people, and that means diversity.
But they're losing money. But they're losing money though. Like we make more money when we appeal. Even the conservative can see that. I honestly don't think that is true. I don't think that is true. One, I want to say that like for me personally, honestly, like Inside Out would be an example of that, right? I think that Inside Out is just Turning Red repackaged. It's the same exact story as Turning Red, and Turning Red got so much pushback because of what this story teaches kids, right? Well, Inside Out 2 is the same story. I mean, there are scene for scene, shot for shot, where that is in Turning Red and in Inside Out 2. All right. Scene for scene, shot for shot. Inside Out 2 is just Turning Red. They didn't get it right with Turning Red. So we're just going to tell the same story with Inside Out 2 and put like little cute characters, right? It's the same thing, preaching the same message in both movies. But this one is making money, and it's more widely accepted. Even though at the core base of it, I think that the things that they're teaching in this movie aren't good. Okay, it's just not good. It's the same thing as Turning Red. And people are saying like, oh, it's not woke. It's not woke. Well, I mean, the movie deals with a little girl going through puberty, just like Turning Red did. So why is that one bad and this one's fine? but like people are like, it's making money. So I guess like what conservatives are at Disney are like, well, okay, that's fine. As long as it's generating any type of monetary, as long as we're benefiting monetarily from it, it's fine. It's fine. I personally don't care that it's making money at the box office because I don't like the movie. I don't like the movie. I think that it's really weird that people are liking the movie when it's the same movie as Turning Red. But it's succeeding at the box office. It's appealing to a wide variety of people. Why? Because it has adorable little characters who are telling you the same story that the character in Turning Red is telling you, right? It's the same story. It's just being told from a perspective of these adorable, cute little characters. So it's more widely accepted. Yeah, I don't like it. I do not like it. But that's a good example of what he's talking about. There's still diversity in the movie. There's still a message in the movie, and it's making money.
Yeah.
There's a real focus on every show, and I'm sure the movies too, though I don't deal with that side of it. So, just making sure that the writers' room has a real, diversity, not just
How do they do that in the writers' room? Right? How does the interview go for the writers' room? Because he said that we have to make sure that the writers' room has diversity, not just gender or sexual orientation. How does the hiring process go for that? How does it go? How does it go? Like, is there a box that you have to check when you're like, how like you apply for things? Does it say like, what are you? What do you prefer sexually? Like, are you straight, gay, bisexual? Are they allowed to ask you those questions? I thought that they weren't allowed. I thought those were like super invasive questions, because they can discriminate against you based on your answers to those questions. I thought that you're not supposed to answer those questions. So, but now, like, is it allowed to be on a hiring application because they will now use that as an incentive to hire you?
gender or sexual orientation and ethnicity, but making sure that they're hiring some writers who they have certain disabilities where they wouldn't have been hired. Or
That just bugs the crap out of me. That bugs the hell out of me that they're like, let's not look at your history of work, right? When hiring these people, let's not look at your body of work. That doesn't matter. Who do you sleep next to every day? Who do you go to bed with? If you're at a bar and there was a group of people, what type of person would you flock to? What type of person would you be interested in sexually? So I noticed that you're brown, but you're kind of light skinned. What's that? What's that about? What's your ethnicity? Would you say you are half white? Can you imagine going into an interview and they're and like, but that's true. That's like what is going through their minds. That is what's going through their minds when they're hiring people. They don't care about your body of work. They are looking at you and hiring you based on what you look like, who you sleep with, your gender, what's between your legs. Can you imagine?
Since there's kind of a really broad look whenever we're doing to make sure that everybody gets.
Yeah.
So they talk a big game about DEI, but do they actually do it? Apparently so. They even passed over a qualified half-black person for a promotion because they didn't look black enough.
Yeah.
I can't help but laugh at that. I can't help but laugh at that. That is so fucking shitty. Okay, you're black, but like, why aren't you black? You know what that makes me think of? It makes me think of that Mean Girls thing, that Mean Girl scene in the movie, right? Katie's from South Africa, or Katie's from Africa. And then that idiot is like, if you're from Africa, why are you white? Right? But just reverse that scene. So if you're half black, why aren't you black? Why isn't your skin darker? If you're half black, why are you white? Like, what the fuck? Why aren't you supposed to be darker? Seriously. Oh my gosh. That's crazy to me, right? This man is half black. Perfect. Oh, but he looks white. He presents a little whiter. Not what we're going for. Okay, that's not when we get pictures taken, we want to make sure that there is a black in the photo. Okay? We want to appear diverse. That is not he might be diverse, but he's not the right kind of diverse. He needs to be darker. All right, Shelly, you're not doing your job, Shelly. You need to hire the right type of black person, Shelly. I know that this guy's 50% black, but he looks white. That is not the type of black that we need, Shelly. Do your job better. Can you imagine? Dude, the fact that honestly, the fact that there hasn't been a lawsuit just is mind-blowing. That these are just standard practices at Disney and that there hasn't been a lawsuit yet. Congratulations to Gina Carano. I'm glad that she's suing Disney because fuck that corporation. Fuck Disney. I hope that that's just the first of many, because this is completely unacceptable. This is unacceptable. The fact that this major corporation is able to get away with this and has been getting away with this for years is unacceptable.
We had a situation where we wanted to hire somebody in the department a few years ago now, who was half black, but didn't appear half black. And there was a creative executive who was like, "We're not that's not what's going on." Right.
They wanted the full.
They wanted somebody in meetings who would appear a certain way, and he wasn't gonna bring that to the meeting.
And so
Bro, holy shit. They wanted somebody in a meeting who would appear a certain way, and he wasn't going to bring that to the meeting. Fuck Disney. They wanted to hire someone based on appearances. Fuck Disney. They want to use a black person. That's it. They just want to use a black person. They want him for the photos. They want to use a black person. Dude, this is insane. I hope a lot of people sue Disney, honestly. 100%. I hope the lawsuits just keep coming and coming and coming. Just roll them in. Keep them coming. Because this is infuriating. This is infuriating. And this is something that I fucking hate. Okay, I fucking hate that speaking, as a Latina and a woman, all right? I fucking hate it when and I hate these movies, right? When it's all about women power, girl power, let's pander to women. I don't want to be pandered to. I don't want to be pandered to. Because it feels like you're using me, right? You're using me for financial gain. That's exactly how it feels. I don't want to be fucking pandered to. What, you're just using me? You're just using, my gender for your fucking financial gain? Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be preached to or pandered to. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. But that is 100% what they want to do. They want to use you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you. They just want to use you for financial gain. Fuck these people.
To would appear a certain way, and he wasn't gonna bring that to the meeting.
And so this is on the
this was on the
corporate side, the
side.
business side.
Never understood
This is what's really funny? And by the way, Hypnotic, I fucking see you, okay? I fucking see you. Steph was my favorite Latina till she started ignoring me. Now I got to find another toxic Latina. Let me tell you something. You will not find another toxic Latina, okay? You will not find anybody like me, all right? There's only one of me, and she cannot be replaced, okay? You cannot replace this, all right? This cannot be replaced, replicated, duplicated, nothing. Imitated, it cannot be replaced, okay? You won't be able to find another one because it's just me. There's no one else like me, right? I see you. I see you, sir. By the way, hail the motherfucking bigot army. Hail the bigot army, right? I honestly, can you imagine this fucking stress that this man is under? All right. Could you imagine the stress that this guy is under? Because they said they met on Hinge. Are these supposed to be dates? Is he on a date with these people and he's just like vomiting all of this information like it's just been building up in him? He's just vomiting this shit out. I feel like when you do that, right? When you vomit all of this information out, it's because you inherently have a fucking problem with it. It doesn't sit well with you. So you're just purging it. You're purging it out because they met on Hinge. Are these supposed to be dates? Are they on dates? Like if I was on a date with someone and they just started fucking vomiting all of this stuff, I'd be like, "Are you okay? Like this doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like something that you're okay with. Are you all right?" Maybe it's time to find a new job. I don't know. I want to know what this woman looks like for him to bear everything to her. I mean, I think that like she's doing her job, right? She's keeping the conversation going and asking a lot of questions. And she probably like agrees or is, pretending to agree with everything that he's saying, like, "Oh yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a great practice. But what else do you do? What else do you do?" Right? So she's probably like feeding into it, but the fact that he's just like, it's fucking word vomit. It's word vomit. He is spewing everything out. I don't know. Look at his face. He looks terrified too. He's just like, "Oh my god, yeah. All this stuff is happening at work." I feel like whenever someone does that, it's whenever you do that, whenever you word vomit like that, right? Especially when it's on a date. I mean, who knows what is this like their first date, second date, third date? I don't even know. But he's just like, it's like he's getting it off of his chest, right? When you word vomit like that, it's because it inherently doesn't sit well with you. So you're just spewing it out. "Hi, Teresa. How you doing?" B-Man says, "Wow, I never saw Steph talk this much. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Nerdy News." All right. This is where I express all of my opinions and I actually talk here. Yeah. This is where I talk and express my opinions and views. I was saying earlier that like I'd love to be on more panel shows. I want to be on more panel shows because I like talking. So I express my opinions here on my channel as well as over on Midnight's Edge during Toxic Femininity, and every once in a while over on Hypnotic's channel as well. So yeah, this is where I talk. Hello, welcome. Mike has bad knee says Steph talks a lot. I do. Like if Mike's been around for a long time, so he knows that I really do talk a lot because I have a lot to say. Master of the TDS, what is up? How are you doing, sir? How are you doing? It's good to see you. Master of the TDS is fucking killing it. He is killing it. He's been killing it for a while. Something fell on me. He's been killing it for a while. Good to see you here. This is also true. I am a pro gamer. If you have not seen me on Kick or Twitch, I fucking kill it and dominate those Lego games, all right? And Animal Crossing as well. All right. Let's keep watching.
This was on the
Corporate side, like the business side.
I never understood that. Is it like, 'cause I know a lot, like I have like a lot of pop friends who like are not as dark as like, so do they care about that, or it's like the ethnicity actually?
They say they don't care about it, but the truth is, to some extent, they do. If you're mixed, right, you don't black at all, which sometimes happens.
Yeah.
Then they're like, "Oh, I'm not so sure."
Oh, this is fucking infuriating. This is fucking infuriating. The amount of hate that this corporation has for white people, for white men, and the fact that it's being fucking led by a white man, right? By Bob fucking Iger is infuriating. It's so motherfucking infuriating. I fucking hate it. The amount of hate that this corporation has for white people. They have so much hate for white people that they will not hire you if you are half black, half white, but present more white. That is how much they hate white people.
If you're mixed and you can tell they're somebody's part black, but they're not like that blacks. So, okay, that was so crazy.
But apparently, Meghan Markle is black enough. You can't make this up.
So would like Meghan Markle, who's pretty white,
Right? Yeah.
would she be considered?
She would still be
diverse,
yeah.
or
Huh? As a white guy, even Michael has his own doubts about the possibility for advancement for himself at Disney.
I think that maybe she's given a little bit more leeway because she's a woman. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Maybe. TDS. Oops. I'm going to be honest. I find the tapes a little disappointing. Anyone who's been paying attention knows this already. Yes. I feel like I've actually watched these tapes already, honestly. Like, I feel like I've already watched this before, but I've never actually talked about it. It's nice to have evidence, but I was hoping for more oomph, I guess. I was hoping for information on them using bots. A long shot for sure, but well, this is part one. I hope with like each different part, like this is just a warm up. You know what I mean? Like I feel like this is just the warm up. This is a warm up because it's supposed to be in multiple parts. So yeah, I feel like this is just the warm up. We're just getting started with these Disney tapes.
Disney saying, quote, "As far as Disney is concerned, I'm a white male."
Now I'm like a half step below a department head. I have a team under me, but I don't oversee a whole department. And I like to oversee everyone, whether that's at Disney or having to leave. So.
Okay. Do you think that you'll have the opportunity at Disney?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think I'm sort of like well prepared for it. I'm well positioned for it. But as far as Disney's concerned, I'm a white male.
I know. Just get out with it. They won't promote you because you're white. That's it. Like you have all of the qualifications for the job, but they won't promote you because they want to promote more diverse people, and you're white, and they hate you.
That's not who they're looking to promote at the moment.
In fact, Michael actually got to experience Disney's discrimination against white males firsthand.
So,
do you think that has a lot to do with it?
I don't know a lot, but it's something to do with it.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think the competition is?
Oh, I mean, I've been up for jobs internally against people who have less experience than me, and haven't gotten.
Okay. And they were given to somebody else. Do you think it had something to do with their...
One or two cases,
Oh, damn. Less experience, but more melanin, you're promoted. He's one of them usual suspects. You are not going to be promoted, right? You might have more work experience and you might be better suited and qualified for the job, but you know what? Look at them. You see that person over there? They have more melanin. Boom. You're promoted. You're promoted. In one or two cases, I was told explicitly that it did. It had something to do with the fact that I was white and they weren't white. So they were hired, so they were promoted and not me. At that point, when he was told explicitly that it had something to do with the fact that he is white, that is when I would have been like, okay, I'm suing you. That's it. Like that is, if he was told explicitly that they were hired because they had more melanin and he was white, even though he is more qualified, that is when I would have just, okay, well, I'm suing you now because that is not right. What's up, Mr. Bentham? I hope the second part of the tapes are a bit more interesting. Me too.
I was told very explicitly that it did. Yeah.
Explicitly how? What did they tell you?
I mean, I've been at the company 11 years now, so I have friends in HR and I have friends in those divisions, and they're like, look, nobody else is going to tell you this, Mike, but they're not considering any white males for the shop. They're just not. That's not what they want.
And so it's probably
That sucks. That sucks. That fucking sucks. 11 years working for a company who hates you. Can you imagine? 11 years working for a company who hates you. I can't imagine like what that would do to him. I mean, men's mental health is important, right? I can't imagine what that would do to him. Knowing that he's working for a company that hates him.
probably fair that Disney would say, we don't want a white person to play this role.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're very careful about they're very careful about messaging because they don't want to get to discrimination in either direction. But certainly there have been times where, there's no way we're hiring a white male person.
It's kind of unspoken.
Usual suspects.
There are times when it's spoken, but
how would they say it?
There's no way we're hiring a white male person.
Oh, damn. They're just going to up and say it. There's no way we're hiring a white male for this role. No way. Out there, just right out there in the open. There is no way we're hiring a white male for this role.
They say
like straight to you, or okay.
They'd be very careful how they message that to agents.
In like email or whatever.
Right.
After getting a dose of Disney's discrimination himself, it seems like Michael may have been hit with a reality check that discrimination against people based upon race is probably not cool.
I mean, it kind of feels like at some point there's going to be a lawsuit.
I'm surprised there hasn't been a lawsuit already. I'm surprised, like with all of this fucking information and their hiring practices, I am fucking surprised that there hasn't been a lawsuit already. They must be wording it really, really carefully. They really must be wording it very carefully because I can't imagine a company not being, with hiring practices like this, not being hit with a lawsuit.
That's kind of how it feels, just because of,
And that is a lawyer talking. Now, could it get worse? It actually does. Not only does Disney discriminate against white men, it gives management bonuses to hire DEI candidates over white men, totally disregarding their level of qualification, as long as they're not white. You heard me correctly. A part of some executives' compensation package is based on hiring and retaining Black hires. We saw this in the case of IBM. America First Legal has launched a lawsuit. Many people coming out of the woodwork from IBM, from these Fortune 500 companies, all saying they've experienced this. We are certain to hear from people inside Disney who've made these claims. Many people here in Los Angeles, here in Hollywood, very afraid of Disney, very afraid of retaliation against their creative productions or movies or films or jobs for speaking about this truth. But if you have been a victim of discrimination, please reach out to OMG or Citizen Journalism Foundation, and we will try to get you representation to get.
Why are y'all obsessed with Disney and all their programming? Y'all know the shows are going to suck. Hate watching is pathetic. How about watching shows that are good and grifting money off that? Well, I do that often. I always talk about shows that I love, even if there are shows that other people don't like. I do that a lot. I feel like you're new here because I talk about that a lot. I talk about shows that I love, that I'm excited for. Not a lot of people saw Wonka, but I fucking love that show. Or that movie, I'm sorry. I loved that movie. And I talked about it at length on this channel. I also love Fast and Furious movies, even though they're awful. But I talk about those at length. I love fucking House of the Dragon. And I talk about that show all the time. So I do watch I love Reacher. Oh my gosh, Reacher is amazing. So I do grift money off of that as well. But I'm not going to sit back as a corporation practices, discriminatory and preaches discriminatory ideology and just not talk about it.
get your rights back.
I've had it with all. Join
Yeah,
privacy,
it's
get
the
slash
Spreadsheet.
get your
Hold on.
privacy
There we
back. Unplug.com/OMG.
I mean, HR keeps a huge spreadsheet. Yeah.
What kind of spreadsheet?
Oh, I mean, I haven't seen it exactly, but I mean, literally, like, they have stats. 17% of our executives at this level identify as XYZ. 40% of our executives at this level identify as, dude, they have goals that they're trying.
What the fuck? They keep a spreadsheet on that? I feel like that's fucking illegal. That is illegal. 70% of our executives at this level identify as X, Y, and Z. That I feel that's it's not illegal. That's illegal. You shouldn't be keeping records like that.
Identify as XYZ. 40% of our executives at this level identify.
Why is that even important? It is so motherfucking weird. It is so weird that they keep records like that. Like 40%, we need to know who you sleep with at home. We need to know like your sexual identity. That is weird. Why? Why do you need that information? Nobody should know that information except for you and your partner, like you and your closest friends and family. This is my employer. My employer shouldn't know that. Like, who the fuck cares? Who cares? My employer should know like my job history, my resume, and how I perform my job. Like that's the extent of I guess how personal I am with my employer, right? It shouldn't matter what my identity is. That shouldn't matter at all. That's so stupid.
As, dude, they have goals that they're trying to. They want a certain percentage of diversity here, a certain percentage of diversity there.
But are these are open goals?
They don't get that BlackRock investment if they don't do that. So that just goes back to they're using you for monetary gain. They're just using you. They don't fucking care about you. They don't care about DEI. They don't care about diversity, equity, and inclusion. They don't care about promoting, Black female characters, strong female characters, strong gay characters. They don't really fucking care about that. They're using you for monetary gain. That's it. They care about how they can use you.
Because you're saying they can't say it in such specific terms. So are they open goals?
They are open goals at a senior enough level.
So how does Disney explain pushing these discriminatory practices to the people that they work with? Well, according to Michael Giordano, it seems like it's a sensitive issue and they use code words and buzzwords.
I'm guessing that there is a acceptable code words and buzzwords that are used to explain what they.
I feel like we watched this already.
They might say something like, look, we're not looking at like the usual suspects for this job. So it's like not like a legally actionable thing. So everybody knows what it means.
On board with these practices. Hi guys, do you know what the code words are for the discriminatory hiring practices? Do you work in HR? No? You familiar with the buzzwords? They don't know what I'm talking about now, but they will soon.
They, for writers and actors, I'll hear all the time, like, I'm looking to hire writers and actors who bring diversity. I'm not looking to bring on any more clients who are like, so there's definitely that focus.
It makes sense now why a lot of white actors are, bending the knee or whatever, are expressing their white guilt and apologizing, right? It explains a lot why white writers and actors are doing that, are being allies so they can get hired. Because now that's who they're hiring. Right? So you want to get in good with these people, so you have to be an ally. You have to be an ally. You have to apologize for your, and express your white guilt so that way you can get some work in Hollywood. That explains a lot.
Disney even has an internal organization such as 20th Action Group, whose sole purpose is to promote discriminatory DEI hiring practices and to push bizarre characters and storylines on children. The question is, can the people just come to work,
Of course they do.
make their cartoons,
It's their not so secret gay agenda,
and do the discrimination elsewhere? But apparently not on CEO Bob Iger's watch. So how is prioritizing these DEI practices over hiring merit-based talent worked out for Disney shareholders, you might ask? Well, over the past 5 years, the S&P index is up over 88%, and Disney is down almost 30%, making that once golden brand one of Wall Street's biggest disappointments. Yes, the
100%.
disaster that Disney has become is probably the most...
The Disney downfall has been just incredible to watch. It's been mind-blowing. It's like it is a course in how to not run your business. It's crazy. Like usually, if a business is on the up, it's like the market standard for how to run a great family business. Usually, right? Usually, if you run a business and you put out a product that is hated, you pull that product and you don't put out any more of it. Okay, you might test it again with another product, right? That is equal to that product, but just tweaked a little bit. Still, they don't like it. Your sales go down. Then you pull it and you don't try that again. Okay, you just don't. You realize that your market does not want that product, so you don't do it again. But Disney continues to just do it. They're just like, here you go. Okay, wait, we tweaked it a little. Here, try this one. No, you don't. Okay, well, we tweaked it a little bit more, but don't worry. You are going to you're eventually going to like what we're giving you. Okay, even though our sales are suffering, even though our stock is going down and further down, falling. Eventually, you're going to like what we're going to give you. Okay, eventually this will pay off. So you just keep trying it. Here you go. You don't like it this time. Okay, well, let's repackage it. Here you go. Try it again. No, you still don't like it. Okay, let me just repackage it a little bit more. Okay, here, try that. Nope. Still not working. Okay, well, it'll work eventually. Okay, we're using all of our resources and putting more and more money into this, so eventually it's gonna pay off. I promise. Okay, here, try it again. No, you still don't like it. Okay, you know what? Maybe we're doing all the right. Maybe it's you. Okay, maybe it's you. Maybe you're the one that has the problem. Okay, because I'm repackaging this many different ways. It's the same thing, and I know it's good. Okay, I know it's good. All right, we put a lot of money into this, but I know it's good. All right, maybe it's you. Okay, maybe it's you. Maybe it's a you problem. All right, I bet you don't like it. Why not? Okay, you know what? Is it because I'm a woman and I'm giving you this? You must be misogynist. Like that has to be the reason. You don't like brown people? Is it because I'm a woman and I'm brown? Oh, you must be racist too. Okay, because I'm giving you this project that I know is good. Okay, I know that this product is good. All right, here, it is a you problem. Okay, I know that this product is good. It must be your fault. Okay. It'll eventually pay off. All right. You know what? Maybe this person will. Okay. You look like a good person. Okay. Come here and try this product. Okay. Come here and try this product. I know you're going to love it. All right. Hey, look, you like products made by women? You support that? You do. Okay. I'm so glad that you support women's businesses. Thank you so much. Come here. Pat on the back, dude. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this product specifically for you. What's your favorite color? You like rainbows. Okay, you like rainbows? Oh, well, I'm going to put a little rainbow sticker on this here. Oh, you're going to support me even more. Oh my gosh. You're going to tweet about me? Thank you. See, this is what we want. Okay, it's a you problem, sir. It is a you problem. You didn't like this. See, they like it. Okay, I haven't even given it to them and they're already eating it up. Okay, it is a you problem. All right, that's you. I don't care how many years you've been with my business. I could care less. Okay, I'm trying something new and I expect you to like it. Okay, I've given it to you over and over and over. You still don't like it, but you know what? This new person over here, they like it. They're going to tweet about it. All right, you want to buy it? You don't have any money? What do you mean you don't have any money? I thought you supported, but will you tweet about me though? Because that tweet might get a lot of retweets. Well, you'll tweet about it. All right, I'm going to save this over here for you. Okay, when it comes out. All right, I'm going to save this. It's for you, though. It's for you. This is for you. All right. Okay, they didn't buy it, but sir, I'm going to give this to you. I know you'll buy it. Here. You take it. Look, the rainbow sticker and all. What do you mean you don't like it? Okay, so you don't like rainbows. It must be that is your problem. You must hate rainbows, sir. Okay, that is a you problem. You hate women, you hate diversity, you hate rainbows. Okay, I think you just hate diversity. It is your problem. See, they're going off and they're tweeting about it. You haven't even put out one tweet. You put out a negative tweet about me. Okay, well, I'm going to put out a negative tweet about you, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out a negative tweet and a negative article about you. That is how Disney is running their fucking company. That is so fucking ridiculous. That is how Disney is running their company, and they expect people to just see them as successful? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that is how Disney is running their company right now. It is so stupid. It is a masterclass in how not to run a company. It is crazy. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that.
Glaring example of what happens when you prioritize DEI over talent content creators and executives who truly know how to build value. So will Disney turn it all around and hire or promote based upon merit? We shall see. This is just
They're never going to hire based on merit. They think that this is going to be valuable in the long run, and it's not.
just part one. We got another tape coming out.
It's just going to get worse and worse and worse because they're not hiring based on merit, right? They're not hiring based on merit. So it's not going to work out for them. Like, you just saw this man who has more qualifications, was better suited for the job, got looked over because he was white, and they don't want white. They want a darker skinned person, right? Who is less qualified for the job, but will look better in a group setting. I don't know. It will look better in a meeting. He's less qualified, so the work isn't going to be as good as it would be if they would have hired a man with better qualifications, right? Who is better suited for the job. So the work is going to lack. It's going to drop. Expectations are just fallen because they're not qualified. They're not better qualified for the job. So quality is going to go down in the work. It just is. So it's not going to improve. This is not anything that's going to improve in Disney in the long run. I have no idea why they are just like waiting this out as if it's going to be beneficial in the future. It's not going to be, because when you don't hire based off of, whether or not you're qualified for the job, right? If you're more suited for they don't hire for that. They're hiring based on someone's skin color, whether they're suited for the job or not. So the quality is going to go down. And that is why the quality has been going down year after year after year at Disney, because they're not hiring based off of, whether or not you're better suited for the job or you're best suited for the job. They're hiring you based on your skin color, your gender, and your sexuality. They don't care. They really don't care. Like that is all they care about. So, and they're allowing their quality to go down. They're allowing it. They're allowing it. And they're blaming us, right? They're blaming us for not paying for this lackluster product that they're feeding us. It's not our problem. Or I'm sorry, they're blaming us. It's our problem, right? It's our problem that we don't like what they're giving us. But really it's not. Like, that is such a what's the word I'm looking for? It's such a gaslight. It's such a gaslight. Like, you're the ones doing practicing bad business practices, right? Okay, putting in all these policies that discriminate against white people who could possibly be better suited for the job, but you're hiring based off of DEI expectations, and the work is just not good. The product that you're putting out is awful. So it's not my problem. That's y'all. You're doing that. So why are you blaming me? I didn't hire all these lackluster people. I didn't waste all of this money. I'm not the one losing money. Y'all are. So why are you blaming me for not going and seeing it? For not going and supporting it? Why are you blaming me? I didn't do it. It's not my fault. Not my fault. Your product sucks. But that's how Disney sees it. They see it as it's your fault. It's not our fault. This is good, right? This is what people want. It's something that is supposed to appeal to the masses when in actuality it fucking doesn't. And they don't understand that because they live in their tiny little bubble and they think that they're always in the right, and they're not. They are not. I can't wait for the second round. Honestly, I can't wait for the second round of tapes. Let's go. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I'm excited. I'm excited. God, Disney's stupid. Disney's stupid. Anyhow. Angmar gifted a MyNerdyHome membership. Thank you very much. Danky! Hi, Danky. Here's the nuclear launch codes for a chance to get to first base. What's up? What is that? Is that from a movie? I don't know. Here's the nuclear launch codes for the hold on, let me read that again. Here's the nuclear launch codes for a chance to get to first base. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Stephen Brown, member for 2 months, looking beautiful, looking good, beautiful. Please check out my tattoo. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me look. Let's see. A tattoo? You got a tattoo? Did you tag me in it? I don't see it. Or did you message me? I didn't get a message. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where to look. John is a new channel member. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining. If you are a new channel member, or have been gifted a membership, be sure to go to my community tab because I have a members only Discord that you can join and hang out in there. It's fun. You should check it out. Can't wait for part 2. Me too. Am I going to see the Deadpool movie? I am. I actually like the Deadpool movies. Even this second one. Like, it wasn't received very well. Like, people didn't like it. I liked it. I like the Deadpool movies. I actually really like Ryan Reynolds. You know what good movie that Ryan Reynolds was in? And I think that, like, this is one of the best movies that I've seen this year. It, like, made me cry. I absolutely loved it. Such a great, like, father-daughter movie is If. The movie If. Imaginary Friends. It's a terrible movie title, but whatever. The movie If is so great. I think it's like written and directed by John Krasinski. It's such a good movie. It is such a good movie. That movie made me cry. Like, I love that movie. I went and saw it twice. Honestly, I want to go see it again, or maybe it's on Prime. I don't know. Maybe I'll just buy it if it's on Prime right now. But it is such a great movie. And it saddens me that, like, not a lot of people went and saw it. It's such a great movie and it needs to be seen by more people. I loved it. Father-daughter movie. It's really sad. It does like have some heavy themes in there, you know, like, cause it's and the girl that acted in it, who is she? Hold on. Let me, If movie. I need to be reminded of who is in this movie. It's the girl that played Judith on The Walking Dead. She's such a great little actress. I really love her. And I think she actually played Rey. She played little young Rey in The Force Awakens. She's such a great actress. The way she played the role of Judith in The Walking Dead, I absolutely fell in love with her. Like, you just know that this is the daughter of Rick and Michonne. She's such a great little actress. She was exceptional in that movie. Exceptional. Her performance was so great. It's really hard when you have this movie that rests upon the shoulders of a young actress, because that's what this movie is. It's basically you watch it, like, you go through this movie with her. So you have to make sure that you get a really good actress to play the role, especially when they have to, like, you know, be so emotional in some scenes. So good. So good. She was exceptional in the role. So yeah, if you want a really good movie, it has some heavy themes, right? Because it's like dealing with death in the movie, but it's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. The importance of, like, a father-daughter relationship is so important, and it's really, you know, it really shows that. It really shows that. There's, like, a little twist at the end that I kind of called the twist when I was watching the movie. And when I went and saw it the second time, there were some things, like, in the movie that, like, I caught that I didn't catch the first time. But when I went and saw the movie the second time, like, there were little things in the movie, and with her, like, because If is imaginary friends. So like you see all of these little imaginary friends. And you know that like she loves her dad so much based on her imaginary friend. Like it's such a great movie. I loved it so much. Parker with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Parker. Didn't say nothing, but thank you so much for sending that $2 super chat. If it's on Prime for $25, I'm gonna buy it today. I love it. I love it. So good. So good. All right. What else are we gonna talk about? What else did I have pulled up? Oh, look. Hey, remember Jonathan Majors? All right. Remember Jonathan Majors? He hasn't been in the news in a while. But you know what? He's landed his first movie role after his assault and harassment convictions. Landed his first movie role. It's a movie directed by Martin Villeneuve. Sorry, not Webe. After he was convicted for assault in December. According to Deadline, Majors is set to star in a supernatural revenge thriller called Merciless. Okay. I knew that last name sounded familiar. So Martin Villeneuve is the younger brother of Denis. More to come. So he has landed his first movie role. Yeah, he lost a lot. He lost a lot after being convicted of assault and harassment. He lost a lot of brand deals, a lot of movie roles, and so now he has landed his first movie role. I don't know though. Is he going to be supported for this? I highly doubt it, honestly, but we'll see. We'll see. He's trying to get back on his feet. Here's another thing. Hold on. I actually like. Hold on. Where's it at? Let me find it because there's some other things that I want to talk about. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, look at this. Universal is fucking killing it. Universal's fucking killing it. Get your first look at the Dark Universe coming to Universal Studios Orlando next year. I cannot wait. For Epic Universe. Like I can't wait. There's going to be Ministry of Magic, Harry Potter, like part of that island, Super Mario World. I'm looking forward to most the Island of Berk. I freaking love the How to Train Your Dragons movies. I think that they age very well. I love that they age up the characters. It is a masterful trilogy. I freaking love How to Train Your Dragon. It's such a great story about friendship and a boy, growing up. I love it. I loved it. The themes in each of the movies and how important his parents are to him. Like I absolutely love it. Coming into your own and, what do you call it? Coming into your own, accepting all of your responsibilities now that you're an adult, protecting your tribe, protecting the people you love. I absolutely love that trilogy. So I'm really looking forward to the Island of Berk in this new park or in this new part of the park at Universal. So let's see what we have in store. Let's see. Look at all of this. Hold on, wait. I actually have to go to YouTube or not YouTube. Twitter. I had this bookmarked on Twitter. I have to go to Twitter. Hold on. Let me go to my bookmarks. Here they are. Let me go to my bookmarks. Here it is. Get out of here. I'm excited for this. All right. So this is Dark Universe. This is Universal Monsters. All of the classic monsters. They're gonna have that side of the Epic Universe. Monsters. Now, I am not the biggest horror movie fan. I think that like I don't handle scary movies very well. So, but I'm still looking forward to this. I will still go to Monsters. Let's go.
Nothing is more universal than the Universal Monsters.
We made a place for the monster lovers. We made a place for the thrill seekers.
Every inch of Dark Universe tells a story. You can believe that monsters are real and it's all happening right here. You're going to see things that defy what you know of as a theme park attraction. It's the place that you've been waiting for almost 100 years.
That is so exciting. I can't wait to go and see that in person. Everything at Universal is done with, such meticulous care. And I love the way everything is just, spread out and built. It looks gorgeous. So let's see what the pictures are. Where is it? Come here. I had you. There it is. First look, so you enter through this right here. And you just know, all right? You just know it's going to look exactly like these photos too, which is freaking awesome. All right? You just know that it's going to look like that. Oh my gosh. This is a ride. Beware of the moon. Ooh, oh my goodness. Look at how gorgeous that looks though. That looks amazing. I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. Oh, it's going to be so great. I'm looking forward to it. Look at this restaurant. Now, is that really going to be on fire? I don't know. I don't think so. My mind's telling me no. I don't think it's going to be real. If it's on fire, like really on fire, I'd be surprised. But I'm looking forward to it. Universal is fucking killing it, and I'm here for it. I'm excited. You know what? If Disney's going down, like, and Disney's just like, we're not worried about Epic Universe. Like, get out of here. We're not worried about Universal Studios. You should be. You should be. You should be scared. All right. You should be worried because they are doing everything better than you. Everything better than you. Here we go. Let's talk about Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 broke Hollywood's box office curse. The year's first big blockbuster put Pixar back in the game. Oops. It put Pixar back in the... Oh my God, stop it. It put Pixar back in the game, pulling in surprisingly a diverse audience of different ages and ethnicities. Of pulling in surprisingly diverse audience of different ages and ethnicities. Yeah. You know what I've seen? I've seen like a lot of people on TikTok and Instagram posting reels about themselves, like really excited and going to see Inside Out 2. They're like, look at how old I was when the first Inside Out comes out. And this is how old I am now. And I'm really excited about it. Like, those types of people. Here we go. The movie opened. Oh my fucking God. Stop doing that. The movie opened to a historic 152 million domestically. The second biggest animated launch of all time, and the biggest since Barbie almost a year ago. On Tuesday, it grossed 29.1 million. How did it do? Where's it at? Did I not pull up the right one? Oh, here it is. I pulled up the wrong article. It scored a $30 million Wednesday. The Pixar sequel is huge midweek business, both domestically and overseas. It fast approaches the 500 million mark globally. The 500 million mark globally. This movie has a potential to earn $1 billion. I've been really hard on this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I've been really hard on this movie. I didn't like Turning Red. I thought that movie was had a lot of like really bad messaging towards kids, and I saw this movie as that movie, sort of like repackaged with really cute characters. Like scene for scene, there are some scenes in this movie that I could put side by side with Turning Red, and they are the exact same scene. This movie, I feel like they just kind of like wanted to tell that story, and it didn't work with Turning Red. So they used the same story for Inside Out 2, and it worked because in Turning Red, you're seeing everything from the perspective of the young girl. So it looks more inappropriate, right? Because you're seeing this young girl act out all of these emotions and everything. So it looks more inappropriate since you're going through it from the POV of that young girl. But in Inside Out 2, it's the exact same movie, but you're not seeing it. You're seeing it from the POV of these cute little characters that are causing her, to have all of these emotions, right? And it's played off as funny and adorable. So they go through the same thing, right? They do the same thing, they have the same experiences. But this movie is doing better than Turning Red, and it's not getting as much pushback as Turning Red did. And I think that these little funny, adorable little characters have everything to do with that. I think like basing a movie off of the premise of a girl's puberty is already inherently weird to me. I think that you could have done something. I think Inside Out, the first Inside Out movie, is great. It focuses on the importance of family, and that's awesome. And this one, her little family island is extremely shrunk down in like a really dark corner of her mind, right? Because you're in Riley's brain, and just tossed to the side. So clearly, family is not as important for her. 1 year later, because this movie takes place a year after the first movie. So I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. That is just my opinion about this movie. I feel like I'm alone in that opinion. That I think movies based on a girl's puberty is odd. It is weird. But this movie is doing well. So they clearly fixed the problems that they had with telling a story about a girl's puberty in Turning Red, and they fixed those issues with Inside Out 2. Still the same movie, still the same messaging. It's just told differently. So they kind of like learned, hey, we can still tell the same story. Let's just use these little characters to tell it. So yeah, I didn't really like Inside Out 2. I didn't really like it. I love the first one. This one, not so much. And also, I found this interesting. Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it at? I thought this was interesting. Here it is. Why Inside Out 2 director sees Riley's negative emotions as positive now. So Riley's negative emotions, right? She has anxiety. Anxiety plays a huge role in Inside Out 2. Usually if you have like really bad anxiety, you don't have to like, people think that like, it's okay, you have anxiety, it's just a part of you, right? It's a part of you. You just have to live with it now. I don't know. I think that's like something that you need to go get treated for, or maybe go to therapy for, right? You're not supposed to have anxiety. Why do you have anxiety? Let's get to the root of that problem and treat it, right? Let's go to some therapy, do some therapy, and that way you don't have to have anxiety. You just face whatever is giving you anxiety, and it might take a while, but you're not supposed to live with anxiety. It's not something that you should be living with every day. But they're viewing anxiety as a positive emotion now. It's just something that's a part of you, and it's good for you. I'm like, wait, what? What? That makes no sense. Where is it at? So the director says it's probably more conflicting because I see them as positive now. We've done a lot of research, and like I say, even anxiety, she has the potential to do harm, but really she's trying to help. I don't know. All of them are there to love and care for us. All of them are there to love and take care of us, which is why we have the emotions that we have. Even envy. She started off as a negative one, but now, I guess because I've done the research, I see them all as positive emotions. It's just learning how to manage them properly and how to lean into them, that they're trying to lean into the help that they're trying to give us. I don't think that it's healthy to be envious of anything, because if you're too envious of something, right, then you become angry that you don't have the things that other people have, right? That you're envying this person for this particular thing. You become upset, and that builds anger in you. Like, that negative envy is not a good emotion to have. So I don't understand why she's saying that, like, you have to, like, learn how to lean into the help that they're trying to give us. They have the potential to do harm, but she's trying to help. See, that's why I don't understand this movie. I just don't. I don't understand this movie and the message that they're trying to say. Like, it's okay that you have anxiety. You just live with it. It's totally okay. It's just part of you. It's who you are. Oh, you're envious? It's totally okay. You just live with it and it's fine. You just keep those emotions inside and just realize that, everybody deals with all of that stuff. It's totally fine. Yeah, people deal with, like, a little bit of envy. It plays, like, a huge part in our society right now because there's a little thing called flex culture, right? Flex culture. Flex culture is making people go broke on Instagram. Okay, because Instagram, like, people see all of these things that people are buying on Instagram and they want to buy it too, right? They want to buy it too. They want people to look at their Instagram and see, like, oh my gosh, like, you have this. Oh my God. So they become envious of all of these things. People also become envious of, like, the other people's lives on Instagram. Why? Because we put our best face forward on Instagram. We don't show all of the negativity, all the negative stuff that we deal with on a daily basis. We show all of the positive things that we deal with. And it makes people feel envious or even, like, lesser than, like, am I doing something wrong? Why isn't my life picture perfect like this person's life is? So they become envious of other people, and that's not good. That is not a good emotion to have. And for her to be like, these negative emotions, you can view them as positive now. That's just not good. If you have anxiety, you need to go to a therapist and, try and see why you have anxiety. You're not just supposed to live with anxiety, right? Get to the root of the problem. What is causing you anxiety? Like, it's such a weird statement and message to send in a movie. It's so odd. But that's like what she's trying to get across. And that's, like, what I saw in the movie too. But, like, it's so weird. It's such an odd thing. And such an odd message to send to young people. And that's one of the things that I actually see floating around on Instagram and TikTok is that Pixar gave us, like, the most realistic interpretation of someone having an anxiety attack. And I love that. They love it. Like, it's okay. I have my mental disorder and I love that they showed it. I feel represented because of my mental disorder. Like, I have anxiety. I live with it all the time. And they finally showed it to me. That's what's happening in my brain. Like, okay, but you need to go get that checked out. Like, go to a therapist. Like, I love it. They're like, I love it. I love it. I love my anxiety. I love my anxiety. It's like, what are you talking about? You're not supposed to have anxiety. Like, stop it. Go to a therapist and get that checked out. Like, it's so weird. Envy is a common emotion. That's true. All of the problems in this world are because of envy. Trust the research. Research. Tommy says, I'm super late. That's okay. It feels like big pharma is involved. Use their drugs to manage your negative emotions. Dude, have you seen is it called Take Your Pills or something like that? What is it called? Take Your Pills. Yeah, it's called Take Your Pills. It's a 2018 movie. It's on Netflix. It's like a documentary. And it's about what is it about? It's about Adderall. It's about how people, are on Adderall. It's about Adderall and how, like, they're just being put on Adderall and they can't get off of Adderall. It's about ADHD drugs and how some people, like, you don't have to be. There's, like, the people that are just, they don't want to get off of Adderall. And people who have gotten off of Adderall, the dangers of, like, these prescription drugs, like when Adderall, like, first came onto the market, they were just prescribing them to anybody. Like, anybody who had just a little bit of energy, right? Any kid that just had a little bit of energy, just here, give them Adderall. That one is really good. There's also another one on Netflix that's about what are they called? Oh my god, SSRIs. There's another one on Netflix. It's just like this one, but it's about SSRIs. So that one is really good too. All right, let me get out of here. Get out of here. What else? What else? What else? Oh my God. Hello. Duh. What am I talking about? What else do I want to talk about? Let's talk about this motherfucker. Okay. Let's talk about this. Dude, I can't believe I forgot about this. How could I forget about this? Oh my God. Acolyte star Amandla Stenberg responds to the online racism in a new music video posted on her Instagram. Let me go to her Instagram. Hold on. Wait, I don't have to go to her Instagram. I tweeted about it. Hold on. Where is it at? Oh my gosh. Are we going to listen to it? We probably will. We probably will. We probably will listen to it. We're going to listen to it, okay? Well, do I want to put you through that? I do. I want to put you through that. I want to put you through that. She says, "Happy Juneteenth, and to those who are flooding me with intolerable racism. Since it took me 72 hours on my laptop to make this song and video, you got 72 hours to respond, and I expect choreography." Hey, ask and you shall receive, because Jeremy and Ryan gave you choreography today. They gave her choreography. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I can't believe they did this. Look at Jeremy. Look at Jeremy. Ask and you shall receive. All right. Ask and you shall receive. She wanted choreography. They gave her choreography. But let's listen to her little rap song. All right. This was bound to happen, honestly. This was bound to happen. A lot of people, they say that this is based out of the Hollywood playbook, and it 100% is. It is 100% just Hollywood playbook. Make a crappy product, market it as diversity and inclusion. The star of your crappy product is going to be a woman or a person of color, or a woman and a person who is a person of color, right? Strong women, and put it out and make sure that you market it as such, right? Our show has a super diverse cast. What's the story about? It doesn't matter. What matters is that the cast is incredibly diverse. That's what matters, okay? People receive your product. It sucks. People rate it as such, that it sucks. The media comes out in defense of said product and says, hey, they're just being racist and misogynist, and it's getting review bombed. And then finally, the actors come out and say something about it, about how you're being how they're being targeted because of racism. They might put out a statement, and the company that made this product will put out a statement later backing said actor or actress. And it's a circle. It's just a circle. It has happened over and over and over again. The new Charlie's Angels movie, the new Ghostbusters movie, or the all-women Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters 2016. The Last Jedi did that. Who else? Kenobi. Well, basically, practically every Star Wars project, honestly. Okay. Practically every Star Wars project, okay, had that. Any new Star Wars project had that. What else? What other movie came out that did that? I feel like there's more movies that did that is not in my brain currently because I've blocked them out. She-Hulk. Oh my God. What am I talking about? Hello. She-Hulk did that. Marvel, Captain Marvel, the Marvels did that. There have been so many fucking IPs and so many movies, so many TV shows. Doctor Who's another one. All right. Female Doctor Who and current black gay Doctor Who did that. So yeah, like that is just out of the playbook. Boom. One right after the other. You can predict it. It's predictable at this point, which is hilarious. It is just so predictable. And I bet you, like, over in Hollywood, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't, it's predictable. They're going to hate the product. Oh, so let's let's get ahead of it and write positive articles, right? Positive articles. Okay, let's just wait for the review bombing. Oh, there it is. Now let's write the article. We already had it ready. We had the article, the review bombing article ready. Let's put it out. But it's predictable because these products, right? These television shows and movies, they don't care about quality writing, but they do care about diversity. And the writers, I mean, we just listened to the fact that they hire writers based on DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Like, that is what they base their hiring processes on. And usually these people that work in Hollywood are fucking narcissistic people. And they don't care about whatever project that they're hired to write for. What they care about is telling a story that they can see themselves in. It doesn't matter about the audience or the IP or what was previously established. It doesn't matter about any of the expectations that the audiences have and based off of previous products that they've been given, based off of lore and based off of all of the previous movies, based off of books. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to these people because they are narcissistic people, and all they want to do is see themselves in the project. They want to write a vanity project. Okay, they want to write a vanity project like narrative, right, based on their struggles and what they went through. So that way they are forever immortalized in whatever project that they are working on. All right. And The Acolyte is 100% Leslie Headland's vanity project. She will forever, this is her story, and she will forever be immortalized. Her story will forever be immortalized in this Star Wars project. It is not Star Wars, doesn't feel like Star Wars. It sure as hell doesn't fucking look like Star Wars. All right. The only thing that makes it Star Wars is that they're calling themselves Jedi. They have lightsabers, and it's just sort of set, and they're using like Star Wars sets. Like, it does not feel like Star Wars, and there's a reason for that. It is because it is Leslie Headland's personal story. That's why it doesn't feel like Star Wars. Because her personal story has fucking nothing to do with Star Wars. Nothing to do with Star Wars. The fact that like this island of witches, right? They were exiled because they don't accept people like us. Really? Really? In a universe where the only discrimination was just against droids. Like that's it. That was the only discrimination in Star Wars universe was against droids. Hey, we don't serve your kind here. That's it. It was to droids. It was never to people. But for some reason, these lesbian witches experienced it and were exiled. Like, get the fuck out of here. That is something that modern things that happen in our everyday world or somehow exist in a galaxy far, far away. Like, they're also going through the same hardships as we are in 2024. Like, get the fuck out of here. That is so stupid and ridiculous. And that's something that just doesn't exist in Star Wars. Like, but you know where it does exist? It exists in Leslie Headland's world, right? And apparently it exists in Amandla Stenberg's world as well, because she was like, those flooding me with intolerable racism. This is for you. Let's watch it. Let's see what is her message to Star Wars fans.
And now you're listening, I'm gonna tell you something fascinating. They spin and woke, bastardize it and appropriate it. Let's start a club, book or something with free.
Hold on, wait a second. Hey, this is not the full video. This is not the full video. We need to watch the full video. Hang on. Let me get it. Where's it at? All right, I'm going to find it. While I find it, I'm going to play this for y'all.
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile. But the thread has tied together. No one can separate. Power one, the power two, the power of many. Power one, the power two, the power of many. We were hunted, persecuted, forced into hiding. All because some would consider our power dark. We were on the brink of extinction. We were blessed with a miracle, the gift of life. Come, claim your destiny. Ascend. Power to the power of many. Power to the power of many.
I want that to be that's gonna be like a part of my opening clips from now on. Okay, I'm downloading that. That is gonna be part of my opening from now on, dude. Oh my god. The star of the Acolyte, everyone. Here we go. You ready? Let's listen. I love that the very first line of her song is, "I'm going viral on Twitter again." Dude, usually people in her generation, they want to go viral on Twitter. Like a lot of people, like they crave, they want it. They want to go viral on Twitter. But and when they do, they get really excited, right? They get super excited when they go viral on Twitter. But she's going viral for all the wrong reasons, and she hates that. She hates that. She can't hold it in. She's like, these I'm going viral on Twitter, but it's not for a good reason, right? And these are narcissistic people. They don't want to be viewed in bad lighting, right? They don't want to be viewed as a bad person or seen in a bad way, okay? So she's going viral on Twitter and not in a good way. And she's pissed about that. And that's why she wrote this song. That's why she wrote this song.
Twitter again, open up the news to find some interesting things. 20 million views interview from 2018 with Trevor the King. When I was a teen, I was running from city to speak on the story, you know the one. Police murdering a black boy. Yeah, my people crying in the theaters, finding release.
My people crying in theaters, finding release. Okay, that's the project that what she's talking about is that interview that she did with Trevor Noah, where she said that like the main goal was to make white people cry. Like that's what she's talking about. It a lot of people put that out as like that she's talking about the Acolyte when she's actually not. But people were running with that story and, you know, quoting her words. It had nothing to do with the Acolyte. It had to do with like a project. And it's coming up again, right? It's coming up again. What's funny is that she's getting angry that this interview is being used against her, right? But this is something that woke people do, right? Remember cancel culture? Remember that? I remember it like it was yesterday. All right? Someone said something that you don't like or that you don't agree with. So what do? They go into your past and they dug stuff up. They're digging things up and they're using it against you. All right. So it happened to her. People found this interview that showed pretty much like her opinions and her mindset, and they put it out there on Twitter. This is the type of that's how she thinks. This is her way of thinking. This honestly, this video just proved that. Okay. It just proved that. Yeah, this is my way of thinking. She's been on a bunch of interviews with Leslie Headland saying that like, oh, she loves it. She loves the fact that this is upsetting people, right? Star Wars is totally gay. I've always seen Star Wars as gay, right? She loves it. It's upsetting people. That is her mindset. That is the type of it's only the clip is just furthering proving like the type of person that she is and the type of mindset that she has, right? But she doesn't like that. She doesn't like it being used against her. I mean, it's out of the woke people playbook. Like you find clips, find things that, you know, people have said in the past and you expose that. So she's kind of like people are just exposing her POV, her viewpoint, her values. She didn't like it though, because it's negative. It's being used against her. And now she's like, oh, racism. It's because of racism. How dare you use that clip against me?
People cry, they can see us as human beings. Trevor asked what I want the people to know. I said white people cry, what's the goal? If they could take one thing, what would it be? I say empathy. Oh, that's why they mad at me.
No, that's not why they're mad at you. The goal was to make white people cry. It is your entire point of view, the way you look at the world. That's why people are upset with you. Or not upset with you, but that's why people like don't really like you. Right? They don't like the type of person that you are.
They splice lines, make hate, they recognize, make it look like the same propaganda they spew.
Propaganda.
Cause they conflate our pain with violence and try to weaponize everything that we do. The desperation of oppressors is right.
Propaganda. Oppressors. The desperation of oppressors is rising. Who does she see as the oppressors? Oh, the white man. The white man. They're taking the white men are using my clip against me, and they're using it as propaganda in order to oppress me. Because I'm black. Hold on. Wait a second. Where's it at? Hold on. How dare these white men? How dare they? Oh my God. Did I not? I thought I had that tweet pulled up. Oh no, I lost it. Hold on. I can't fucking say her name. What is her fucking name? She's half white, half Dutch. That's what I'm gonna pull up. There you go. I think it's under here. Hold on. Let me find it. I think it's under here. Here it is. Right? The white men are using that video as propaganda in order to oppress her, right? That's what she's talking about. That's what she's saying. But wait a second. Who's her dad? Oh, wait, this is her white rich dad? I guarantee she's never felt oppression. Her boyfriend is also white. How dare these white men in her life oppress her? What the fuck? God, her view of the world is so skewed. I swear. So, oh my gosh. But let's continue to watch. Hold on, wait. What else? What other message does she have to the white men? Oh, it's misinformation. It's misinformation. Oh God, don't you just love those buzzwords? Oppression, propaganda, misinformation. I love it.
Misinformation, and that tells me you're afraid of the truth.
No. Not afraid of the truth. Well, the truth. You might be afraid of the truth. That you have a very skewed worldview. You might be afraid of the truth. That I don't know. I mean, she got a pony for her birthday. Yeah, you can tell. You might be afraid of the truth. Like, is your dad proud of you? I mean, he has to be, right? Because you're a successful actress. You earn a lot. You're worth millions, and you grew up not really oppressed. I mean, come on. Come on. So you might not be able to handle the truth about what people are telling you. So
And now you're listening.
I think it's so weird. Just like, white men are being mean to me. Let me twerk about it. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. No, Stephanie, she's super a pest. She should be a billionaire. They're saying bad things about me. I need to work about it. All right.
And now you're listening, I'm gonna tell you something fascinating. They spin and woke, bastardize it and appropriate it. Let's start a club, book or something we created. Speak truth to power, keep an eye out for you silly racists. And now they use it to describe it.
Keep an eye out for you silly racists. It has now been inverted, right? Because now the racism and the discrimination is against white people now. And now woke is something that is that has like, you know, political messaging in it, diversity, inclusion type of messaging, agenda driven messaging. That is woke now. It's no longer what it used to be. It's turned into something else. That is woke now. It might have been created to mean something different, but now it doesn't mean the same thing. It doesn't mean the same thing. I feel like she's trying to like take it back, right? Let's take back woke. I've actually heard people say that, like, let's take back woke, because it doesn't mean what they're saying it means. It means something different. It was created to mean something different. Yeah, but it's actually changed. It's changed. Just like you want things to change, all right? Just like you want things to change. Unfortunately, woke nowadays means something completely different.
Remember when Gambino put it in the zeitgeist? It was all about the people recognizing bigotry, the power of community, not fodder for your clickbait.
Not falling for your clickbait, you fucking YouTubers. Not falling for your clickbait. Look how angry she was when she said
community, not fodder for your clickbait. Speaking of which, journalism looking at you. Did you forget it's your job to provide?
She's calling out journalists. All of you journalists that wrote negative things about me and that are talking about how people are spreading this video of me on Trevor Noah, how dare you? Why are you talking about it? Why are you writing articles about it? Aren't you supposed to provide the truth? Aren't you supposed to do that, journalists? You're not supposed to, you know, make articles about it. So she's so angry that people brought that up.
Truth, spreading divisiveness, mining the metrics and data. See, you gave up all your efforts for money and views. And I can tell that the people are tired and the kids don't trust anything that they do. We can learn something from them, discerning. The future's coming and it's always the youth.
On Daily, Ryan brought up like a really good point. The future's coming and it's always the youth, but it's so funny that like the youth right now aren't watching Star Wars. They're not watching Star Wars. All of like the Disney adults and like the Disney shows and all of the people with mental disorders, those are the people that are watching Star Wars. The young people aren't. They've tried and Star Wars has tried to get that young audience, and they have been unsuccessful at every turn. And the reason being is that right now, and this is actually a problem. Okay, this is a literal problem in society. It's a problem in schools. Is that kids nowadays, because of the way that they're receiving their information and the current apps that are available, they don't have the what's the word I'm looking for? They don't have the attention span to sit down for a show that's like half an hour long. They don't have the attention span for that. And not only that, but they won't even retain that information. Like they will, if they do sit down, they'll watch it and they'll fucking forget about it. They don't retain that information. It is a problem that is going on, that is happening right now in schools. I mean, I've watched a bunch of like YouTube videos and documentaries about it. It's a problem that is happening currently in schools. Like kids can't sit still. They don't retain information. They have a very extreme short attention span. And a lot of people are blaming that on short form content, like that you might find on TikTok and Instagram, right? they're blaming it on that because it's content that you can just watch and just go just swipe against. Okay, new content. All right. They actually get they have said, okay, all of these young kids have said that like any videos longer than like 2 or 3 minutes long, they don't want to watch. It's too much. It's too much information for them. They don't want to watch it. If it's longer than like 2 or 3 minutes, it literally like they get repelled by it. It's too long for them. So how is Disney expecting them to like sit down for a 30-minute show? And I'm wondering if why these shows are cut down to being like super short, right? Because they're like what they're not even like half-hour episodes most of the time. Most of the time they're like 22, 23 minutes long, 22, 23 minute long episodes. They have to cut it down. If they want to get that young audience, they won't sit down for that long. They won't pay attention for that long. The young audience will not sit still and watch a video longer than 3 minutes. So how on earth does Disney expect them to sit down and watch an Acolyte show, a Star Wars show that's like what 20 minutes long, over 20 minutes long? They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. The young people are not watching Star Wars. They haven't gotten a chokehold on that young audience. They're trying to. They're really, really trying to because they're pandering to that audience. But they don't have a chokehold on them because that young audience will not sit still. They don't have the attention span to watch a Star Wars show, to watch a show and sit down for that long to watch a show. They don't have the attention span for that. That's why apps like TikTok are so popular. Because while you can post long form content on there, right? Because you can even on Instagram, you can post some long content. I mean, the videos I think have to be like less than. I mean, I'm not talking about like 20-minute videos, not that long. Long form content on those platforms means like 2 to 3 minutes. That's literally what it means. Even those they will not watch. Like they will literally just go, okay. Like you have to catch their attention in the first like 3 to 4 seconds. That's how much time you have to grab the attention of the youth. Okay. That's how much time you have. You have 2 to 3, maybe 3 to 4 seconds to grab their attention. If you do not have it, that's it. You don't have them as a fan. They're not going to be Star Wars fans. They will not sit still for that long. They will not give you that much attention. It's a literal problem. It is a problem. It is a literal problem that people are having, that the kids of today are having. It's a problem in school. Like teachers have spoken out about it and have said, the kids in my class, I will put on a movie and they will say that it is too long. They will not sit still for a 5 or 10 minute movie, a 5 or 10 minute presentation. And what's worse is that they will watch it and then she'll ask a basic question like, who was the main character in what we showed you? And they won't know. They do not retain any information. They don't know. It is a literal problem that is happening right now. It is a problem that is happening with the youth of today. So I love how she's just like, the future's coming and it's always the youth. The youth can't remember shit. The youth can't sit still for shit. So how on earth are you supposed to be relying on the youth for your Star Wars show? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here with that stupid bullshit.
The youth.
Oh, here we go. That's wild. As a kid, all I wanted to do is watch movies. Hey, we're gonna finish the video, okay, Lewis? We're finishing the video. All I wanted to do is watch movies. 3 to 4 seconds. Yeah, 3 to 4 seconds. You have to catch. That's how long you have to catch their attention. 3 to 4 seconds. Yeah, that's not a thing. And people are blaming it, because this generation growing up that she's talking about, right? The future is the youth. The youth of today they're the iPad generation, the iPad kids. I mean, I talk about this on TikTok Tuesday. So like if you're not familiar with this conversation, this is basically one of the things that I talk about on TikTok Tuesdays. But yeah, the iPad generation, it's really, really bad. The shows that are popular with that generation, like oh my God, what is that one with the watermelon head? I can't remember what his name is. Oh my gosh. Cocomelon. There was a study done on like shows of the past, right? Like kids entertainment of the past. And how, it actually tells a story, and like the cuts, the jump cuts or whatever, the cuts aren't as quick because, it just shows some animation and then they have a cut and then there's some time in between those cuts. There's very little cuts, right? And so now if you look at Cocomelon, it's Cocomelon and then another one. Who's the other one? Oh my gosh, what is the other one? The other one that's really popular. The other one that's Bluey, is it Bluey? I think it's Bluey. Yeah, it's Bluey and Cocomelon, and there's another one too. But they have like really a lot of jump cuts. They have a lot of jump cuts, and I'm talking about like 50 jump cuts for every like 30, maybe 20, 30 jump cuts every like 30 seconds or every minute or something like that. Like it's jump cuts a lot. And that's just when you're little, and you're seeing all of those jump cuts, it's just like a lot of just whoa, it's too much. It is too much for that young of a brain. And they start to become like addicted to it. And I'm wondering if that's why they do so many jump cuts, because they want these young kids to get like addicted like that. That's why they become addicted to their iPad. They become addicted to like really fast storytelling, really fast, clips. And that's why like people, those types of kids, the kids that grew up on like Cocomelon, all those really fast jump cuts, who are addicted to watching quick content, quick form content like that, the jump cut, aren't able to retain any of that information. And that's why they prefer TikTok, because you get your information and you have to catch their attention within the first 3 or 4 seconds, and then they're just like, they watch it and they're like, okay, next one, because that's how they're able to watch their content. That's how they've always been able to watch their content ever since that they picked up an iPad and watched these shows. They're just addicted to it like that. So that's why they can't sit still to watch a show that doesn't have a bunch of jump cuts, that doesn't have like all of that just streamlined storytelling. Even if it's shitty storytelling like The Acolyte, they won't sit still and watch that. It is boring to them. They will pick up their phone and they won't pay attention to it, because that's not the type of content that they're used to consuming. They're used to consuming really fast content and just going like this, going like this, going like this, and going like this. That's the type of content that they're used to consuming. So the youth is not watching Star Wars. You know who's watching Star Wars? Star Wars fans, like the people who grew up with Star Wars. And the fact that Disney isn't catering to those fans anymore is wild. It is wild. But sure, they're they really think that the youth are going to start watching it. If they're not watching it now, they're not going to pick it up. I feel like Star Wars is something that was in my family. That's how I saw it, right? My uncle loved Star Wars, and so did my dad. And a lot of my cousins liked Star Wars. And so growing up, we had like, my grandma had the Star Wars cassette tapes. Like there was like a, like, I think it was like an old box set of cassette tapes of Star Wars. And that's how I saw it. 'Cause my family loved Star Wars. So I watched it, and I loved Star Wars. I would sit there and just watch it all the time. And I started watching it and I loved it. I loved Star Wars. I loved it. But I feel like, it's something that's changed now. If I had, kids, I wouldn't want them to watch new Star Wars. It sucks. If you complained in a Sean Connery voice, that would be cool. What? Oh. You're talking to Lewis. Okay.
it to my spirit, but I'm sick and fucking tired of suppressing my rage. 400 years of taking the bullshit to compartmentalize that my ancestors had to encase.
My ancestors had to deal with the white man's rage, and now I'm taking it too. 400 years? I can't suppress my rage anymore. I'm going to meet their white rage with my black rage, okay? Who's your dad again? Oh my gosh.
If you don't confront the pain that you live with, it don't manifest as addiction, diseases, and hate. I've seen the infection, repression can give you. I'm not gonna be the next one sent to an early grave.
I'm going to get this out. I'm going to get this out because if I don't, these white men, it's going to get to me. It's going to get to me. Right? It's going to send me to an early grave. All of these white men, they're going to send me to an early grave. I can't suppress it. I have to let it out. And this is what I'm doing. I'm letting it out. I'm not going to let these white men take me out. I'm letting it out. This is ridiculous. It is hilarious. It is hilarious. I can't wait for for more actors from the Acolyte to come out and say something. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Because you know they are, right? You know they are. The lead actress said something. I need to as well. The lead actress has said something and spoken out against all of these negative reviewers and negative white men. I am going to do it too. How brave she is. I need to show everybody that I'm brave too. I can't be silent because silence is violence. And, I'm looking forward to when they come out and say something too. I'm really looking forward to it because it's going to happen. Either they're going to say something or Star Wars is going to say something. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And when it does, we're going to talk about it. Yeah. What else is there to talk about? Oh, they want to, oh my gosh, we're already like 2.5 hours in. Discourse. Dun, dun, don't fuck with your discourse. Discourse. Don't fuck with your discourse. Bam. Dun, 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 dun. Discourse. Let me see here. All right. What else do we have to talk about? I can't believe I almost forgot to talk about that. What is this? Oh, we already talked about that. Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni. Dave. You're losing supporters by the day, Dave. Right? You're losing supporters by the day. People thought that you were here to save Star Wars. Well, nope. You've been exposed, sir. You are not here to save Star Wars. And, I don't think Star Wars can be saved, honestly. But you're not here to keep George Lucas's legacy alive. No. You are not. And more people are opening their eyes to that. Dave Filoni weighs the possibility of an R-rated Star Wars. It has to be really well done. God damn it. I hate when it does that. It has to be, oh my God, stop it. It has to be really, why are you doing that? It has to be really well done. Lucasfilm's chief creative officer said the decision always hinges on whether or not the idea is well executed. Dave Filoni isn't ruling anything out when it comes to Star Wars. Lucasfilm's chief creative officer said this week that an R-rated installment of George Lucas originated franchise could be interesting. It's not George Lucas's Star Wars anymore. Okay. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's pissing me off. It's not George Lucas's Star Wars anymore. They need to just stop it. All right. He might have. This is pissing me off. It's Disney Star Wars. He says, sure. I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting. Filoni said of the possibility of an R-rated installment during an interview on Happy Sad Confused podcast. The bottom line is, whatever we do, it has to be really well done. Well, if you continue to not really hire based on good storytelling qualifications, and it might not be really well done. It might suck. It might suck. I think they're looking at Deadpool and Wolverine, right? And they're seeing like, oh, look, R-rated can possibly move money. R-rated can possibly move money. So let's try an R-rated Star Wars. Maybe people will watch that. I don't know. It's gonna be shit if it is. Honestly, there's nothing good coming out of Lucasfilm nowadays. There's nothing good coming out of Lucasfilm. So they can try it with an R-rated show, and it's probably still gonna suck. It's probably still gonna suck. What is this? Steph mics mute her when she raises her voice. Does it really? Does it mute me when I raise my voice? Lips. I think that's it. I think that's all that I had to talk about today. I'm just checking everything. And making sure that there's nothing else that I want to talk about. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that is all. Yeah, that's all. That is all that I had to talk about today. Yep. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun talking about this with you guys. We already saw that. Psychotic Mongoose gifted a membership, and then Patriotic Guest Salt for $10. A good drug movie is Requiem for a Dream. I've never seen that movie. I don't know that movie. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoy this, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you leave a thumbs up on the way out. And if you want to support me monetarily, feel free to send a super chat or some gifted subs on your way out, or you can donate to me directly. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. All right. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Thank you guys for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. I'll see y'all later.
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile. But the thread has tied together. No one can separate. Power one, power two, the power of many. Power one, power two, the power of many. We were hunted, persecuted, forced into hiding. All because some would consider our power dark. We were on the brink of extinction. We were blessed with a miracle. The gift of life. Come, claim your destiny. Ascend. Power one, power two, the power of many. Power one, power two, the power of many. Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile. But the thread has tied together. No one can separate. Power one, power two, the power of many. Power one, power two, the power of many. We were hunted, persecuted, forced into hiding. All because some would consider our power dark. We were on the brink of extinction. We were blessed with a miracle. The gift of life. Come, claim your destiny. Ascend. Power one, power two, the power of many. Power one, power two, the power of many. Tonight we enact a ceremony.